What's up, guys? It's Drac. This is Pat, and we're trying to revive the toy lab. I know.
We suck.
I know. So the toy lab hasn't made videos in 2 years, a year and a half. It's been a while. But Pat has a ton of toys, and the workshop's getting more and more organized by the day. Woo! The workshop is organized. These shelves are empty. We're working on it. But Pat brought this thing, and so we're making a toy lab video. Screamed when I picked it up. It doesn't like me. So we're making a video about this weird treble clef looking thing.
It's a music note.
Kind of looks like. Is that a music note? What's a treble clef?
Treble is the weird circle-y one.
Okay. I know nothing about music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bass clef looks like a 7.
Is this like a real instrument, not just a goof around thing?
I mean, kind of. There's a guy actually who does covers, basically.
He does covers with the Otamatone.
Yeah, he's really like professional. He's got like a recording studio and everything. It's pretty nuts, I'm not gonna lie.
Wow. Okay. I thought this was a goofy nonsense thing.
The smaller one, I mean, it still kind of is, but this one's got a little bit more range
So
than
anyway,
the other models.
There's this thing, and when you touch this area of the Otamatone, so it's ridiculous, I guess, but it's got a dial here in the back, which lets you control the volume, and EOC was just saying that it has multiple volumes too. But then this is why I thought it was a ridiculous goofy thing, is because there's buttons right here that you push, and he kind of makes like an oh no face.
Yep.
He's like, oh no. Does that make him louder? That seems to amplify.
Well, because the speaker's inside, so when you open it, it like reduces the obstructions for the sound.
Okay. This thing is ridiculous.
Yep.
Can you play anything on it?
Not really.
No?
Like, I haven't practiced it with enough time to like really get into it. But you can. I mean, it's got like 2 ranges, so there's a couple different settings for low, mid, and high, which are just tones. And then, as far as I can tell, there's 2 different scales per setting.
Okay.
So like, this would be really high, obviously, and then somewhere in the middle would be your midpoint, and then all the way at the top would be the end of your second scale. So you basically have 2 ranges for every setting, and then that was high, and then mid, and then low gets like really low.
So how long until we pick up another one, give up on YouTube, and become street performers?
Well, I mean, you can keep performing on YouTube.
Just with Otamatones?
Yeah.
We should do that. We should
Sure.
learn to play the Otamatones.
Well, I mean, this guy actually, the guy that I'm mentioning, I can't remember what his name is. It's like New York Sonic or something along those lines. When he makes his videos, some of them are like really basic, right?
Sure.
So he only has like a couple. But like some of them, like he's got a Game of Thrones cover where he's got like 6 or 7 different ones playing, so he can hit all the different tones. Because you can only hit 1 tone per thing. Like you can't, even if I put my hand here, it will pick 1.
Right.
So to get all the different tones, you need a different automaton for each. And that's just him playing. So
he sets up 7 of them?
Well, no, he just he goes through the recording 7 times and splices them all together.
Is he aware of the fact that the Otamatone looks like a giant sperm cell?
Probably.
Okay, I just wanted to be clear that we do understand that the Otamatone looks ridiculous.
This one is a little different. So this is the deluxe edition. That's why it's big. You can get like a toy one that's pretty cheap. It's like about half the size almost.
The toy one's like 20 bucks?
Then it's like 25,
more
something
or less,
like that.
yeah.
This one's about 50. There's a really small one that's like a keychain. I don't know if you can really play that, but you can buy it. But the thing that's cool about this is I have one of the regular ones, which is the one that's like half the size. That one's really hard to play because the surface is really small, so you don't always get full actuation when you touch it. This one's really easy because it's nice and big. It's basically the size of your fingers. And
so it's like a real instrument set.
Yeah. And like I said, I don't know if the other one has 2 scales per setting, but this one definitely does. And then you can also, if you want to be like super cool, there's a port for like putting in a power cable, so because it's run on 3 AA batteries, but you could also wire it, I guess, if you just wanted to play around with it. But it's also got a line out, so you can plug in headphones, but for whatever reason the headphones don't like cut out the sound. I don't know why. But you can also like plug it into an amp. So I've plugged it into my computer speakers, which aren't really an amp, but they kind of are, and like you could just, you know, really get, like, it's pretty loud, but like you could plug it into real speakers and like just play it to your entire neighborhood.
Alright, I'm calling it right now, guys. If the toy lab keeps doing well, we're gonna take the Otamatone.
Okay.
To like New Orleans.
Oh boy.
We're gonna pick a street corner.
And just play there?
I'm gonna throw a hat out there, and we're just gonna play as badly and as loudly as we possibly can. And I suspect that the good people of New Orleans will pay us to turn off the Otamatone.
Maybe.
That's the new plan,
well, if
guys.
you practice really good, then we can play songs.
If, like, both of us had one?
Well, like, what do they always play at Dragon Con? You gotta pick, like, 3 video game songs.
We'll play, like, Star Wars Imperial March, Mario soundtrack, and then, I think that's all they play at Dragon Con.
And then usually, like, a fight song, because, you know, they know that one for all the football games, so...
There you go.
Just throw that in there.
We'll figure
Crazy
out...
Trains,
Win the Saints.
Win the Saints?
There we go,
There you go.
Alright, so that is our, I don't know, is this even, it's a review. That's our review of the Otamatone. We covered all of the points. We talked about how goofy it looks. It's supposed to be a musical note. It looks like something else. And he screams when you touch him.
Yep.
There you go. Alright, so this is the deluxe Otamatone. Obviously, if you want to buy one, he mentioned this one's about $50. It's in the description box below. There's a smaller one. It's about $25.
They come in 2 colors. This one's black. They also sell white.
Yep.
I don't know if that's important to you.
And we're gonna try and bring the toy lab back.